Hello guys, this is what I look like in my hotel room by the beach before I change into my fully covered up snooker outfit. No bow tie necessary today, no little vest, but I am very politely covered up. I was very pleasantly surprised how well I did. I had not played snooker on a full-size 12-foot snooker table in over 2 years. And here I am warming up before I played anyone. This is a very important technique I use. I actually didn't learn this from snooker. I learned this from watching my friend Efren. We had been hanging out and traveling on the road, mostly eating and not practicing at all or playing for money or doing anything pool related. And when you haven't been playing and show up somewhere to play for money or to play a tournament and you don't have much time to get tuned up to hard tables, this really helps tune you up fast. And I'm doing this variation. If you're one of my Patreons or one of my subscribers or one of my backers and you want me to talk more about this, drop me a line and I will expand upon this kind of practice. Obviously here I'm doing a variation where I'm leaving the snooker balls in the way. My goal is to do it without disturbing any of the snooker balls. But obviously you can do this without doing that. Now here I am doing the opening break. And the opening break of snooker is the same essentially as straight pool or 14-1 opening break, except you're trying not to leave a shot by leaving the ball behind the balls in the D. And here I am a little grumpy because I didn't put it behind the green where I wanted to put it. Anyways, I was very pleasantly surprised how well I did right off the bat. Since I hadn't spent any real amount of time on a full-size snooker table in 2 years. Obviously, COVID hit us and that hurt quite a bit in my traveling because normally I travel doing exhibitions and giving lessons a lot more, so I bumped into 12-foot snooker tables quite a bit more. This was literally my first bank of the night, and I nailed it. And looks like the crowd likes it. Here we go, moving on. Like many of you know, I grew up playing snooker on 10-foot. I did play on 12-footers once in a while, but mostly I grew up playing on 10-foot for money. Ring game formats the most. So snooker has a big spot in my heart that I cannot put into words. And yes, I did, many of you know, I did have a full-size snooker table in my house before, back in California when I was little. But I only had it for a very short amount of time. So I never got quite as good as I am on a 10-foot yet. But give me time. And wherever I bump into a 12-foot table, I make sure to spend time practicing on it. So 2 years is actually the longest I've ever gone without playing snooker on a 12-foot table. Normally it's just months. So I was just very excited here. And, you know, I'm sorry I didn't have a beautiful run out of over 100 points or something to show you. But I still did some amazing shots. I was quite pleasantly surprised how well I did under the circumstances. I'm just so happy things are getting back to normal. And there was a lot more footage of me playing, but I actually had to cut out most of it out because the music playing in the background is obviously not mine. And I'm actually on the road right now. I'm editing this video from my phone. So I don't have the capabilities of editing out the sound right now. Oh, here I am doing a classic. This is the 4-ball. Bam! See, this shot was so important, the 4-ball. The reason it looks so easy, guys, you should practice this quite a bit, because this was a money ball in one of the versions of snooker I grew up playing. I would just practice that ball a lot because half the game was on that ball. And so you're playing, let's say you're playing cheap, you play 4 people ring game. If you're playing for $10 a person, that ball would make you $5 from each player. So that means once you made that ball, you didn't actually have to win the game. You already made money. And, you know, my goal is to make that ball several times. And if you made it several times, you could actually lose the game points-wise and still make money. One of those fun variations of snooker. Again, if you're one of my students or one of my Patreons, let me know if you want me to teach you that version of snooker. That is a ring game version. And I will do a whole video about it. Here I'm about to do a fun shot. Here we go. My second bank. Bam! Right in the kisser. Here I'm showing you the long stick. This thing was amazingly long. It was a pleasure seeing you again. See you next time. Bye.